Hello YouTube, back with another 372 video here, just in case you happen to miss one of the first 3 or 4. You know, those things will sneak right by if you're not looking out for them. Anyhow, a lot of firsts on this saw, from the assembly to just in general. Never did a 372 before. This is a stratified saw. I never did one of those, and I did run a highway piston setup, which I've never done, and it is a pop-up, which I've never used. So I use everything from this kit, the circlips, the rings, everything. So we'll see how that works out. Anyhow, so this was the repaired cylinder. The new piston ran in and out nice and smooth. The problem that I ended up having is when I went for the final assembly with the rings on, they would stick right here, right at the top of the exhaust roof, a little bit above it. It moved nice and free by hand on the top, nice and free by hand on the bottom. So what I ended up doing is lightly sanding with some 320. I sanded the inside of the cylinder itself just above the roof, and then I ended up with the diamond burr. I had to bevel it at even more of an angle, so it is up into the plating, but it is recessed. The rings, I took some 320 and I took the sharp edge off the top and the bottom of the rings, but it does rotate smoothly now, and I don't know if that'll be an issue in the future, but I can look at it through the spark plug area, and we'll keep an eye on that. 10,000 space gasket in it. It's got probably 22 thousandths squish. The bottom transfers are opened up on it, and I put a pipe on this one, which I've never done. All right, so the pipe is made like this, just a piece of 1-inch conduit. You know, I cut a pretty big oval out of it, and that sticks in there probably about halfway, so probably right in line, just above the exhaust port. And I was able to put a screen in it for a spark arrestor. You can kind of see how big that oval is. Anyhow, so I'll get into the video. We'll go outside, fire this thing up. I did get to cut some wood, which was pretty cool, like 30 minutes after I did the first fire on this. So this has had no real break-in. I just kind of let it run for 20 minutes. It barely cooled off. And I went over and cut some wood. Not a lot, just a downed oak tree. And I'm running a 32-inch bar on it because I didn't trim the pin down to run one of my other bars on it, rather. And this is what I'm using for a chain on it. So, anyways, let's head on out, give this a first fire. We'll cut some wood and see what we got. Let's give it a first start, see what it does. I know it's got spark. Make sure we're on. I left the decomp in here. A little buggy out here. The carb's redone, everything else. Oh boy. I don't know what this thing's going to have for compression, but with the oil, it's pretty tight right now. All right, here we go. Okay, give it a little more low here. All right, second start here. I richened it up quite a bit, and that's what we got. Just so happens I got the saw running today, and I got a tree to clean up for somebody here. It's breaking up a little bit when you're cutting the big stuff, but I don't have a smaller bar, or I do, but I didn't grind a pin for it, so this is what I got.